Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you here. Today we're going to be taking a look at another of Nanmu's really recent figures actually. This is like their latest one. Well, it's the latest one that's been released. They've got the Triceratops on pre-order, so I'm hoping to get that one soon. But this is the newest one available to buy, and this is the Giganotosaurus. And I have to tell you guys, I think this is probably the best figure they've ever made. It's just stunning, absolutely beautiful figure. But before we get into the actual model, let's have a look at what she comes with. Now I don't get the boxes, so I don't have that, but the seller does include the art card, and these are just gorgeous. I love these art cards. So on this side you have this really nice artwork. There's the Giganotosaurus there in her natural terrain. I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like she's brought down a Dimorphodon, or is a Dimorphodon flying there? I'm not entirely sure what's happening there. I'm not sure what any of this says because I can't read Chinese. So there's a couple of Pteranodons up here. So it's quite a nice little art card. And on the back you get some fantastic drawings, and there's more information there in Chinese. I don't know if anyone can read that. I'll just hold that there just in case you can. But again, these drawings are absolutely fabulous. So there's that. Right, so this brings us to the model itself, and as you can see I got the grey reddy coloured one. I was originally going to get the brownie coloured one, and I and ahed for days really. So it was coming to the end of the sale on AliExpress and I had to choose a colour, and the choice basically came down to price, and this one was about $10 cheaper than the brownie coloured one, and I thought, I've got loads of brownie coloured dinosaurs, let's go for a nice different colour. This figure hasn't actually been in any of the Jurassic films thus far, so I usually make my decision based on whether or not that figure has been in the film, and if it has, then I buy the colour that's representative of the model in the film. But like I say, this hasn't actually turned up in those films yet, at least not that I'm aware of. I may have missed it, especially in that final scene, in Fallen Kingdom, where everybody's rushing to the shoreline. She may have been in that scene, but I don't recall seeing her. But anyway, enough waffle, let's get a look at the figure. Let's bring her in close and we can get a good look at this sculpt. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that I think this is one of their best figures. I'm going to get some stuff out of the way here, getting in the way of a tail. Got like 100 reviews to do. The detail work on the head alone is just astounding. Somebody went to a great deal of effort to get all of this detail in. Yeah, mine's got a slightly loose lower jaw there, which is a bit of a shame, but it's not too bad. It's not the end of the world. It will close with a little bit of force. But yeah, you've got some absolutely amazing detail here. There's no two scales alike on this figure. They put the work in. They really have. All this sort of... Do you know what this reminds me of on the snout here? What are those desert lizards called? Thorny dragons, I think they're called. And they collect water in little rivulets. They go out at dawn and they just sort of sit in the sun, and as the water on their skin evaporates, it sort of runs down these rivulets into its mouth. It's a really cool lizard. If you've got a chance, look it up. I think it's called the thorny desert lizard or something like that, thorny desert dragon. But that's what that reminds me of. All this detail work here and the top lip. Lovely ridge work as well. Absolutely fantastic figure. And if you get in real close on the eye, it's a really gorgeous shade of green in there. just can't tell you how much I love this figure. And you can just see that we've got her ear in just down here. Beautiful skin folds down the neck. And you can see the muscle in her arm here, even though she's got, like, you know, small little arms. The detail work to get the muscle in here, it's just, this figure blows me away, it really does. And I've loved all of the Nanmu figures, but this one just, it's just so good. You go down her back as well, and the back on this one is reminiscent of modern day crocodilians. You know, it starts at the top of her head here and it just goes all the way down. See, there's the top of her head, and you've got this ridge that just goes all the way down, and that is very, very similar to today's crocodiles and alligators. It's all the way down to the end of her tail. And here again we've got some lovely detail in the skin. Beautiful work here for all the scales, and like I said at the top, no two scales are alike. I've got her dinky little arms there, but with claws that you would not want to be on the receiving end of, because those are sharp. They're actually quite sharp on the model as well. And then we go down to the rear leg here, and again, wonderful skin work. Down the feet. The toe claws aren't very sharp, but they're nicely painted. Some great detail work in there as well. And then down the tail, and you can see the colour differentiation as well. I'm really glad I picked this colour. I mean, like I say, I picked this colour because it was like $10 cheaper, but honestly, I'm really glad I did get this colour, because, I mean, look at it, it's just absolutely gorgeous. There's some browns and yellows underneath the jaw section here. And then all the way down the underside. Just amazing figure. Now, I will say that this figure had the option of coming with or without a stand, and I chose not to get the stand. It was like an extra $20, and I was like, no, I don't think so. But as you can see, she's solid. She's not going to fall over easily. So, yeah. Didn't get in close on the jaws, did we? Let's have a closer look in the mouth and the jaws. You can see those teeth done in sort of a yellowy brown colour. So she's not been keeping up with her dental hygienist. And inside the mouth there, you've got a... it's not massively wet look, that tongue, but you know, it gives an idea of wetness. So it's nice detail work all in there. So yeah, just stunning. I love this figure. Now, for a comparison, I do actually have another Giganotosaurus, because I bought the W Dragon Brachiosaur, and I needed to make the money up a bit, so I bought the W Dragon Giganotosaurus. This was $10 more than this. I mean, there's no comparison. For me, there's no comparison. I will be doing a separate review on this figure, but just looking at the two of them together, you can see where the detail work has gone in the Nanmu Studios figure, where the W Dragon figure, you know, it's not as good. I don't think it's a bad figure. I just think money-wise, this was $10 cheaper. I don't see where the extra $10 went in this figure. I really don't. But there's a comparison with that one. Let's just... Here's the Indoraptor, so you can get a good idea of her size. She is a big figure. This is a very, very large dinosaur. So there's that, and then let's bring Indominus Rex, which is another one of their larger figures, which I've only just got. So yeah, it is larger than the Indominus Rex. Not by much, but it's, you know, it's about a good sort of 3 or 4 centimetres taller at the hip, I would say. But then this Indominus Rex is sort of, you know, leaning over. But yeah. So I will be doing reviews on those two as well, because I've only just got these figures, so I intend to do some reviews of them. I am aware that some of these figures are quite old now. Not this one, this one's brand new, but the other ones, the Indoraptor, Indominus Rex, they're quite old now. But me personally, I found it difficult to find English language reviews on those, so even if just one person finds them useful, then I'm happy to do it. So yeah, so for this figure, this Giganotosaurus from Nanmu Studios, she costs... let me see, she was $64, but then there was some money off. She probably came in around 45 quid, which I think is no money for a figure of this kind of detail. It's just, it blows my mind, it really does. Especially when you look at figures like Schleich. You know, they're really sort of not very good dinosaur figures. I mean, they're like 15-20 quid, some of them. I'd sooner put the money towards something like this, because I think this is a fantastic figure. So yeah, this is 100%. If you've got the money and you're looking for a Giganotosaurus, or just, you know, you collect Nanmu, yes, absolutely, 100%, I would recommend you get one of these. Now, I don't know how quickly these are selling. I was looking at getting the Ceratosaurus, and while I was waiting for the sale to start, they all sold out. So, you know, I don't know with regards to, you know, speedy sellouts or what, but this has been around for a couple of months now, I think. So yeah, I think you should still be able to get some. There's some still on AliExpress. I don't know where you can get them in this country, to be honest. I just get everything off AliExpress, so have a look round, maybe eBay possibly, but they're definitely cheaper on AliExpress, so yeah. Do you know, I get so many of these, I should get AliExpress just to sponsor me, because the amount of times I say AliExpress in a video, they might just as well. But anyway, yes, this is a high recommend, a beautiful figure. I love the colour scheme. So yeah, if you're in the market for a Giganotosaurus, I would highly recommend this one. So as always, thanks for joining me. Really appreciate your company, and hopefully I'll see you in the next dinosaur review. Take care. Bye bye.